Once in course of a sermon, Buddha said, if you truly loved yourself, you could never hurt another. Buddha's advice suggests that there is a deep connection between self-love and compassion for others. In other words, the way we treat others reflects the way we perceive ourselves. It should, however, be clarified that the self-love does not mean selfishness at the cost of others. It does not mean being egoistic or narcissistic. On the other hand, self-love is a bedrock of empathy. You try to understand the feelings of others with reference to your own feelings. When you look upon the flaws of others, you introspect and discover that you too have the same kind of flaws. This process promotes self-awareness, which makes you less likely to project your own insecurities and frustrations upon others. You try to understand and empathize with others and be kind to them for the so-called flaws. Psychologically speaking, our prejudiced perception of others often stems from our own unresolved internal conflicts. We may be suffering from self-doubt or self-hatred, which we unleash upon others to deflect ourselves from our own problems. The truth, on the other hand, is that if we love and have compassion for ourselves, we would be better inclined to extend the same compassion and kindness to others as well. This idea of truly loving ourselves is not confined to Buddhist teachings. It is present in Christian teachings as well. Jesus says, "Love your neighbor as yourself." This underscores the importance of self-love as a prerequisite for loving others. If we are incapable of loving ourselves, how can we genuinely love our neighbors? Hindus believe in the existence of the divine in every human being, including oneself. If we try to harm others, we are also trying to harm ourselves. This is the core of Hindu concept of ahimsa, non-violence. In leading the freedom movement from the British, Mahatma Gandhi always exhorted his followers on the need to remain non-violent in their protests even when facing the bullets of the British forces. Modern psychology also underlines the interconnectedness between self-love and compassionate behavior towards others. Dr. Kristin Neff, a research scholar in psychology, highlights that individuals who practice self-compassion are less likely to exhibit aggression or hostility toward others. By forgiving themselves for their mistakes and shortcomings, they cultivate resilience and empathy, which naturally extend to their interactions with others. According to Dr. Kristin Neff, having compassion for oneself is really no different than having compassion for others. Derived from Latin, the term refers to how we're with calm, suffering, passion. Instead of mercilessly judging and criticizing yourself for various inadequacies or shortcomings, self-compassion means you are kind and understanding when confronted with your failings. After all, whoever said you were supposed to be perfect? As against the self-loving and compassionate people, there are those who remain highly critical of their own conduct. They often struggle with their judgmental attitude towards others, with the result that they often suffer from unending cycles of negativity. In this context of fostering self-love and compassion, we have the example African concept of Ubuntu, I am because we are, which emphasizes the interconnectedness of all people. Nelson Mandela was a shining example of practicing this belief. He used this concept of Ubuntu to create a reconciliation between the natives and the British rulers in the post-apartheid South Africa. Mandela practically demonstrated how he was able to forgive those who imprisoned him and inflicted harshest inhuman atrocities upon him during his incarceration. He recognized that holding on to anger would not serve his vision for a united nation. In Japanese culture, there is practice called Niken. It is a form of introspective meditation developed by Yoshimoto Ishin in the 1940s. It is a structured self-reflection technique. Nai means inside and can means looking, therefore, Naiken translates to inside looking or introspection. The technique could be described as the Japanese art of self-reflection, of seeing oneself with the mind's eye. Grounded in Pure Land Buddhist tradition, it offers a clear and usable self-relation method and can serve as both a spiritual and a psychotherapeutic practice. It is based around asking oneself 3 questions about a person in one's life. What did I receive from this person? What did I return to this person? And what troubles, worries, unhappiness did I cause this person? By fostering gratitude and self-awareness, Naiken helps practitioners appreciate their own value and, consequently, the value of others. This practice aligns with the idea that self-love and gratitude are integral to harmonious relationships. The quote, "If you truly loved yourself, you could never hurt another," highlights the profound interplay between self-love and compassion, urging us to cultivate inner peace as a means of fostering harmony in our relationships and communities. By embracing our intrinsic worth, we not only heal ourselves, but also create a ripple effect of kindness and understanding that benefits the world at large. Whether through the teachings of Buddha, the philosophy of Ubuntu, or the practices of modern psychology, the message is clear: love for oneself is the foundation upon which love for others is built. Thanks for your patience in watching the video. I hope you like it. Please subscribe to my channel. Raj Rishi.